You've seen Ike Solo's Path of Radiance on hard mode before. You've seen Path of Radiance randomizers before. But have you seen a Path of Radiance Ike Solo randomizer? That's what we're here to do. Enjoy. Okay, the first set of the randomizer. Okay, let's see if we're lucky on our first attempt. What will Ike come as? An archer. Okay, we're gonna check his growths. This might not even be worth it. Okay, Ike's growths. Okay, maybe rerun it. He's only got an 18% HP growth, which isn't great. But he's got 100 strength, 49 magic, useless, 83 skill, 95 speed, 71 luck, 32 defense, and 68 resistance. Like, those are some insane growths. But is he even going to be able to damage Ashnard with that? Yeah, there's no way to do that. Okay, next randomized. Okay, I think this one should work now. What do we got? Don't let us down, Ike. Myrmidon, he can use a sword. Okay, so yeah, we started as a Myrmidon, which I thought was good, meaning that Ike could wield swords and potentially wield Ragnall later on, allowing us to deal damage to Ashnard. We easily defeated Boyd and Grail to move on to the first real chapter. We gained our first level, instantly showing our lack of defense and resistance growths. I started chapter 1 thinking I could just hold the line with Ike, and then eventually hopefully get to the Seraph's Robe before it got destroyed. But our Ike wasn't tanky enough, and he died. On the second attempt, we were getting far. We were able to get the Seraph's Robe and Ike and Titania down into the bushes on the left side, keeping us safe. And I left Boyd and Oscar to die. Look, why do you have your sword equipped? What the fuck? Why is it equipped now? Well, now this run doesn't count. But somehow, even though I'd equipped Boyd's sword, he somehow re-equipped it himself, dealing damage to one of the bandits, therefore nullifying this run. So I restarted the map. To start for the third time, I traded over Boyd's fighter band to Ike so that he would have a better HP growth to help offset his bad defense growth. I ran Titania straight for the house, since she was tanky enough to deal with most of the guys. I dropped both of her knives so that she had no way of damaging any of the enemies. I let Ike hold the line against all of the bandits coming towards me, saving Boyd and Oscar. After those bandits were cleared out, I started moving Ike towards Titania, slowly chipping away at all the enemies. I put Titania and Ike into a bush, traded Ike a Seraph's Robe, and used that immediately, giving us a nice boost in HP. I cleared through all the enemies down there, gaining a level, giving us our first defense level. I made my way to the boss, defeating him easily. Starting chapter 2, I kept everyone where they were and moved Ike forward towards the bushes so he could dodge tank. I stacked everyone in the corner, expecting them all to die. Titania showed up and I moved her to a faraway bush. Ike, still in his bush, slowly cleared out all of the enemies. Once those enemies were cleared out, I moved him back to try to save Oscar, Boyd, and Reese. Sadly enough, Reese died to one of the Myrmidons. Ike finished off the last bandit and moved towards Titania, who was holding aggro of 3 enemies. Easily cleared out all 3 enemies and moved our way to the boss. Easily dealt with the bandits and the thieves, leaving just the boss left. The boss was an armored unit. With an iron sword, we only dealt 1 damage. So, after a few hits, we finally got him down. During this process, we also got a big level that gave us both defense and resistance. Good level, that's massive. Moving on to chapter 3, we got Shinon and Gotri. We instantly killed one of the fighters, allowing us to gain access to the house, giving us a nice elixir. I pooled everyone in the corner except Ike, allowing him to slowly clear out all the enemies before the boat. As Ike got closer to the boat, Marcia appeared. She came in as a Wyvern Rider with pretty solid defenses overall, but the boss being a Wyvern Rider as well, she aggroed him right away. I rushed Ike onto the boat, going to help Marcia. By accidentally talking to her, sending her away, leaving just Ike to hold his own. After taking some hits from the boss, we had to use an elixir to heal up, but using our steel sword, we were able to 2-round the boss. We should hit. We don't hit both and he hits. This game is rigged. Okay, we're good. We got the regal sword, but it showed that we were unable to use it, which had me thinking, would we even be able to use Ragnall? But that's a future us problem. Chapter 4 was relatively simple. We moved everyone into the bushes, allowing Ike to clear out all of the enemies that came towards him. We moved to a bush closer to the boss, aggroing everyone around him. The boss, who was an armor knight, came towards us and attacked us. We were able to get a crit, instantly killing him, ending the map chunk. Oh, and we crit. Atta go, boy. Moving on to Chapter 5, I thought this would be our biggest test, needing to hold a line with just Ike. I sent everyone into the corner, having Boyd and Titania hold the line with no weapons in hand. We quickly got swarmed, but Ike was able to, for the most part, one-round everyone that tried to attack him. We just kept healing Ike and waiting, hoping that 6 turns would pass. Shinon got hit with an arrow, killing him. Since I gave Titania all of the good items that I'd be needing later on, I decided to pull her away from the front line so she would live. In the process of doing which, killing Boyd and Oscar. But we made it through the chapter, only Ike and Titania surviving. On to Chapter 6, all we had to do was escape. But a small problem started to arise. We were slowly losing all of our weapons. Luckily, last chapter, one of the Cavaliers dropped a Venom Edge with 40 durability. So I had faith that we had enough. We rushed our way to the boss, getting there as quickly as we can, avoiding most enemies to save durability. The boss was a mage with long-range magic, so when we got to him, he was not a threat at all. Here I had a choice. There was a Cavalier beside me that had a droppable iron sword. I could risk it, kill him so that I would for sure have enough weapon, or I could escape now. But being poisoned, only having 13 HP, and having a buttload of enemies around me, I decided to escape. Hopefully, not biting me in the ass, since I only had 18 uses of an iron sword and 37 uses of a Venom Edge. On to Chapter 7, I was really hoping that Mia would randomize into a character that used swords, giving us more durability. But she did not, so we had to move on. We barricaded ourselves into the chest room, opening the chest, giving us an armor slayer, which would prove useful later on. We held the line against all the enemies coming our way. Gauntlet decided to show up, but we killed him off right away. After dealing with the swarms of enemies, we moved Ike through the map, killing whatever stragglers were left, making our way to the boss, who was randomized into a sniper. We killed him off easily, leaving just a priest and an armor knight, which we used our last 2 armor slayers against, finishing the map out. We now had access to the shop, allowing us to buy more iron swords. If it was not for the Venom Edge drop, we would not have been able to get to this point, as we only had 17 uses left of the Venom Edge and no other weapons. But we sold all other weapons and bought some iron swords, as well as forging an iron sword with max attack, hit, and crit. The next map was another defend map, and this would definitely prove Ike's strength. We finally had the option to choose to not bring allied units, so we could stop killing off all of our friends. We started the map equipping our iron swords and letting the onslaught begin. Since it was a defend map, we had no choice but to stand on our tile and hold the ground. We stood still, killing everyone who touched us, needing to heal basically every turn. We quickly got swarmed, but luckily, around us, we got swarmed by 2 archers and a healer, meaning no one could come into melee range of us, leaving only 2 bows and 3 javelins being able to hit us each turn. The boss, yet again, was randomized into another mage with long-range magic. On turn 7, he started to move towards us, hitting us with a meteor, dealing 22 damage. At this point, if all of the javelins and bows hit us, we would have died. But, luckily, Ike had the dodges in him. We just had to survive one more turn. We healed up once again, this time dodging the meteor, finishing out the map. Moving on to Chapter 9, I knew that the bottom house had a talisman in it. which with Ike's resistance, we really needed. So I instantly rushed Ike all the way there, grabbing the talisman, making our way to the boss. We got to the boss, but I didn't realize how low we were and that he had a flame lance. So, from long range, he hit us, killing us, giving us our first reset. But we once again got all the way to the house, grabbed the talisman, and made our way to the boss. This time, I let Mordecai and Leith roam the map, killing anyone they wanted freely, giving us easy access to the boss. We started out map 10 being as sneaky as possible. We were able to spend about 2 turns dodging the guards, but turn 3 we were unable to avoid. We killed the one and made our way to the chest room, barricading ourselves in. Once we cleared out all the enemies, we made our way to the escape tiles, easily finishing off anyone who came. We had long been max level at this point, so far, all these maps had been pretty simple. We escaped with ease, leading us to chapter 11. First went to kill both of the mages behind us, since with our low resistance, they were our main threats. Made our way to the bottom house, giving us a Draco shield, giving us an extra 2 defense, which was big. Slowly made our way around to the boss. We aggroed him and took a big chunk of damage. We weren't able to kill him. I thought this was over. All he had to do was back up, hit us, and then have the Myrmidon come and finish us off. But, since we got him to 4 HP, his AI decided, I need to heal. So he ran away from us, giving us a clear lane to the boat, arriving on our tile. Now on the boat, we had an onslaught of crows coming our way. We killed off all the crows easily, but the boss was a bit of a challenge. He had a bolt axe, allowing him to hit us with range. He kept hitting his 60%. Of course, we don't dodge. You're gonna fly off the boat. No. Please hit. Thank goodness, 1 HP. Ooh, that was a close one. We had just enough heals to make it by. He got us all the way down to 1 HP. But that was our final turn as we were able to finish him off. During that map, we got the skill Daunt, which we immediately gave to Ike, as it was our only skill that we had to give to him, giving us decreased hit and critical hit percentages of all enemies that were within 3 spaces of us. Continuing on our boat, we met up with Gautry and Astrid's boat, but Gautry was dead, so just Astrid, I guess. At first, I just brought Ike, moving him forward and letting enemy turn commence. But our allies were not strong enough. They were killed off immediately, allowing someone to instantly take our boat. So I had to restart the map. I brought some friends along, took away all of their items, and flew Marcia over to hold the tile. Moved Ike forward to help kill all of the enemies. I brought Soth along, who had some chest keys on him, hoping that if Ike cleared out the boats fast enough, Soth could get all the way to the back boat, giving us an occult scroll. But Soth quickly died, killing that plan immediately. I didn't trust Marcia's defense, so I moved her and added Titania back there. Titania and Ike held the line well, but some enemies got around us, killing off all of our other units that we brought, which wasn't that big of a deal. We finished off the map with relative ease, once again leaving us with just Titania and Ike. Moving on to chapter 14, we rushed our way through the left side of the map, killing off Makalov and getting to the houses, giving us a secret book. We then ran our way to the boss, who was randomized into a dragon, which was a little frightening at first, as he dealt 13 damage to us. But, being max level already, we were able to deal 18 damage times 2 to him, easily finishing him off in 2 turns. Onto the desert map. This map could have been a big one. There's so many items that we could have gotten, and probably some very helpful items. Those of which including guard, boots, Vagkati, statue frag, a lot of useful things. Titania being an assassin meant that she could just stand on any tile and instantly find it in the sand. So I sent her around, gathering all that she could. I moved her and Ike up along the left side, avoiding most of the birds and wyverns that we could. There's once again another mage with long-range magic, which turned out to be a theme, and Ike did not like magic still. I ended up moving Titania a little too far up, and a tiger came out, killing her with ease, leaving us with just Ike. I still hadn't gotten the boots up to this point, but things started to look a little sketchy. We moved towards the boss, aggroing an archer. He came at us, hitting us twice, leaving us with 3 HP. I couldn't kill the archer because I'd be in range of the paladin. I didn't have any healing left, so I couldn't run away and heal. We were out of options. I couldn't kill him in one shot. Our Lagu Slayer only did 25 damage, but there was a 0% chance to crit. But the forged iron sword that we made, with the added crit, had an 8% chance to crit. This was Ike's moment. He needed to show his worth. Ike moved his way to Miriam, who was funnily randomized into a Heron, and he got a massive crit. Ike came up big. Sadly again, missing out on the boots and losing to Tanya. But that didn't stop Ike in his tracks. Again, still being max level, we made our way through the beginning of the map unscathed, making our way to the first set of chests, giving us an Ashira icon. This map I brought along Miriam, as he was our only unit left, so he could carry our chest keys, gathering chests from behind us. We ran through the map, killing Devdan in our path, but at this point most of the thieves had gotten all the items and ran away, losing out on some items. But we moved forward. As we got to the final room, Ike had ran out of healing items. He killed off a mage, but he was able to hit us, leaving us with 9 HP. We killed off the priest to take out some anger, leaving us with just 2 mages and the boss. We weren't able to fully one-shot the mages, meaning we would either have to get a crit or a dodge to live. We started attacking the first mage, not getting a crit. We had to dodge, which we did, killing him with a crit right at the end. We had to once again rely on a dodge or a crit, which again we got lucky with, leaving us just versus the boss. Okay, oop. That's not what I wanted. Please dodge. Advantage. We dodge. Oh, that's not enough. We need a crit still. Crit or dodge. Crit or a dodge, please. Yes. That is big. Okay. We almost messed up right at the end there, but we are good. Okay, let's get this map done with. Moving on to chapter 17. This would be our biggest test, as throughout this whole time we've been max level, unable to adjust any of our stats, but all the enemies were slowly leveling up, and this was the peak of it. After chapter 17 we would class change, making the rest of the game much easier, but we would have to get through chapter 17 first. Iron swords, 2 forged iron swords, a forged steel sword, and a steel sword. If this isn't enough, I don't know what is. So let's save and let's get into it. Okay, we start off with a route map. I think we go basic strategy of sit in a bush and wait. On part 1, we did the age-old strategy of sit in a bush and dodge tank, which Ike was able to do with perfection. As all the enemies came towards us, we killed them all with ease. Part 2 was probably the easiest of the bunch. It was an escape map. We were able to run fast and far enough, only having to deal with a few enemies, easily making it to the escape tile. Chapter 3 started to prove difficult, as the game forces you to hold Leanne on your back, causing your speed and skill to be halved, meaning we wouldn't be able to kill enemies in one turn, since we could not double them. We had to survive 10 turns against this onslaught of enemies. I tried multiple times, trying to kill enemies in our path, trying to sit in a bush, trying to move out, trying to move left, trying to hide myself in a corner. But nothing was working. Since there are so many mages, since magic has a higher hit rate, and my low resistance, they were able to easily kill me. After enough trying and failing, I had to bring Tormod as a reinforcement. I brought him in. He was able to distract enemies enough to allow Ike to wedge himself in a corner and constantly heal himself, only allowing 2 people to attack him at once. We were able to finish the map. On to the final part. This was the most challenging map of the run. We had to defeat the boss, but instantly We are swarmed with a million enemies coming towards us, as well as long-range magic that could potentially hit us if we move too far. I tried to back myself into a corner, slowly killing everyone. But at this point, since we had no longer had Tormod, we would run out of heals before too long, and slowly got picked away and died. I tried this multiple times. I tried running into a bush far away, and dodge tanking that way, but the same problem would occur. I thought, horses don't have good movement along the tree line, since there's sludge back there. But that got us in range of the long-range magic. But if we could dodge that, then the horses would get stuck behind us, giving us a clear path to get to the halfway point, which was the goal, because once you passed a certain line in the map, right along here, Tybarn and friends would show up. And Tybarn, being a Laguz Royal, he could easily clear out the rest of the map himself. So all we had to do was get to the halfway point. I spent about 3 hours just trying things over and over again, hoping that all I needed was good RNG and enough dodges. The closest attempt I had was this one. I was able to walk my way along the tree line, dodging enough of the long-ranged magic, giving us a path to the halfway point. We just crossed the line, allowing Tybarn and friends to show up. But since we were already surrounded at this point, we couldn't run away and we were out of heals, so we had to rely on dodging, which I tried over and over and over again and could not get it to work. Nothing was working. I was about to give up, but I thought I couldn't give up. I had to keep going. Having enough of trying the RNG way over and over again with no results, I decided to say screw it and restart Chapter 17 all over again. My goal being that we could beat Chapter 3 without having to use Tormod, allowing us to use him as a distraction to cross the line and let Tybarn finish the job. I tried Part 3 yet again. I killed the first mage, allowing us to get to this corner and wedge ourselves in. I had tried this multiple times last time, but there's too many mages and they kept hitting me. But on this attempt, once I wedged myself in, only a mage right in front of me and an archer would be able to hit me, since a soldier and a Myrmidon were holding the other two spots. This gave us a chance. We had just enough heals to hold the line long enough, allowing us to clear Part 3 without having to waste Tormod. Before restarting this, I used all my bonus experience on Tormod so that he would have upgraded stats so he wouldn't just die in one hit. We started the map choosing Tormod as a reinforcement and had to wait a turn for him to arrive. We wedged both of them into a corner and let the onslaught begin. Ike was able to deal with most people, and with Tormod here now, he was able to give him all of his vulneraries, allowing him to keep healing up. We dealt with a majority of the enemies and made our way forward. I used Tormod as a shield, sending him past the halfway line so that we could get Tybarn and his friends to finish the rest of the map, as Ike sat back in a bush. Chapter 17 finished. There we go. Oh, thank goodness. It was at this point that Ike class changed, giving us some much needed stats. The game once again started to be easy. Being class changed, Ike turned into a true dodge tank. He was able to run his way through the map, easily killing everything without barely taking a scratch. Chapter 19 I thought could prove slightly difficult, since it was a defeat boss map, but Naysala was also on the map, and there was no way to get to the boss without getting Naysala aggroed, and he would almost definitely one-shot Ike if I even tried to get close. We brought Tanith along to grab aggro from Naysala, leaving Ike alone with the boss, easily able to one-round him. I won't lie, the next few chapters were a breeze, barely getting a scratch on Ike. We easily made our way through, killing Jill's father, Ina, beat up a guy that was using priests as a shield, as well as killing a few of the priests by accident. Made our way through the Great Bridge, across the field to help Joffrey, and beat up some guys rolling some boulders on us. Made our way through yet another field, killing Bertram and getting access to the castle. We easily made our way through the castle, leading us to the Black Knight. Here was the moment of truth. Was all of this for naught? Could we wield Ragnar? We got to the Black Knight, and sure enough, we couldn't wield Ragnar. I thought this meant game over, meaning we couldn't deal damage to the Black Knight. We couldn't deal damage to Ashnard, meaning this challenge was impossible. Luckily, the devs who made the randomizer kept that into account, taking off their blessed armor, meaning that we could deal damage to them. I was able to deal a whopping 7 damage to the Black Knight. I thought, there's a chance. But there wasn't enough turns to defeat him. The Seer came in, sacrificing himself, allowing us to escape the Black Knight. The next chapter, we let Tybarn run through the map yet again, defeating most enemies, leaving just the boss. Defeated the boss and moved on. On to the final chapter. Here was the actual moment of truth. Did we, 1, have enough damage to actually beat Ashnard, and 2, could we even survive a hit from Ashnard? And once we defeated Ashnard, could we even defeat his aggressive state? So many questions, and I had no idea what to expect. Since this map we had to bring Ina along, we kept her, giving her all of Ike's extra swords and heals. What I forgot to mention was in between every map that we had, I was also forging weapons. This played a big factor on if we could deal damage to Ashnard or not, since we could buff the might of the silver swords, as well as the hit rate and the crits. Take out the tiger. Okay. Get Ina to the bushes as well. Everybody's coming at me. Holy shit. All of you are gonna have short spears, aren't you? Yep. Okay. Hopefully Ina lives. I doubt it, but yeah, she's got alright defenses, it seems. Mainly just want her to live until I can hand Ike a new sword. It's the main reason for having her here. Eesh, that's some damage. Okay. Ina lives another turn. I'll move here because there's less people that can hit. Get you out. Go back up with that. Solid. If we can survive this onslaught, then we should be pretty good, pretty smooth sailing. Take you out. And now we can trade. Give you a Lagoose Slayer. And heal up. Okay, another set of onslaughts. Come on, boys, hang on. Okay, Ina, why do you have this equipped? Clearly unequipped it. dropping it. Get you out. Which, there's so many range, that's why it's taking forever to kill. Double crit, okay, that's big. You're still full. Okay, he's almost out of another weapon. Those guys are running. You out. Okay, one guy at a time, it seems. Ooh. There goes the silver sword. Still at a good amount. Give you another silver sword. Oh, Ashnard is coming at us now. Time to see if we will do any damage to him. Don't think we will. Something tells me that we won't. Just a little birdie. Heal up. Okay, moment of truth. Can we deal any sort of damage? 2, 7, 0, 7. Okay. It's doable, I guess. Probably kill Ina here. Goodbye, Ina. It was lovely knowing you. Really, now everyone starts hitting me too? It's crazy. Okay. Now it shows that I'll do damage. Will I actually? Ooh, I do. Dodge. Nice. Okay. Just gotta slowly take out all of these guys at the same time. And keep dodging. And have enough damage. Oh, he's just gonna get healed up every turn now, too. This is gonna... I don't think we have enough damage for this. Especially since we're slowly losing damage every time these guys come. At least he keeps fighting us melee. Not being a little bitch about it. Okay, how much... We've done 10 damage. I mean, considering it's not bad, considering we're doing 1 damage at a time. We just gotta hope that we keep dodging. Literally doing 1 damage at a time. HP. Anywhere better to do this? Probably not, eh? Never mind, I think Ashnard has his enraged form after we do this. I wonder if I go here, will he be stupid enough to not go in a bush? No. We have 100% accuracy, I don't know what I'm talking about. Like it matters. 46 damage. Okay, we'll speed through this, see how it goes. We will run out of elixirs though. Stop hitting me, please. Only 1 elixir left. Stop hitting. How much speed does he have? 27, 30. Sorry. The weight of 6. Weight of 25. Wonder how much I need to be able to to double him. If I can double him, then maybe we'd stand a chance. Last elixir. I don't think this is doable, guys. Down to 40 HP. Just need to do this for so many more turns. No one here happens to drop an elixir, eh? Paragon, that's so helpful. Okay. There we go. That's the map. Okay, let's try this again. I've made a different weapon. Hopefully that does enough to actually deal damage to Ashnard enough. We'll see. Okay, well, the silver sword has better. That's why. Okay. Well, we have the max amount of weapons that we are allowed to have right now. So, if we can't do it now, I don't know what can. Take the spear out. Paragon, cool. Goodbye, Ina. Okay. Still not enough to double. I was hoping that would. But we now have 25, 25, 25, 75. We have enough damage. We just need to get lucky enough with heals. Can we dodge? We need some dodges. Of course not. Why would we dodge? 14. You deal 14. Why do you deal 14? It's absurd. 37. 37% chance. That's what we're hitting now. Oh, now you hit me from right. It's gonna heal all the way back up. Either that or I need to start risking it. Start hitting him as well, hoping that we dodge. Then we can at least deal multiple damage per turn. We're dealing 14 instead of whatever it was at. Maybe that's our play, we just gotta risk it. We dodge, that's good. As long as he doesn't hit 2 41s in a row, then we're good. 36s in a row. Beautiful. Okay, this is working. We can deal with this. Beautiful. Okay, this is working. I assumed it would not work. But we're getting somewhere with it. I want to stay in the bush though. If he runs away like that, then I can't do my tactic. Okay, we can hit him there. He's getting low. There goes our sword. Like 3 more turns and he's dead. I'm gonna save state because this is taking forever to get there. Dude, I'm gonna be so excited if this actually works. We can't run out, otherwise we have to stay in the bush here. Elixir. Okay, there we go. That's doable now. We stay in the bush, we stay covered. Keep it secret, keep it safe. It was at this point that we got access to one of the Lugu's royals. Now, I could attempt to beat him alone, but that was unfeasible, since now in his berserk state, not only did Ashnard have more health, deal more damage, heal more each turn, he also had much better hit rate on Ike, meaning we couldn't just risk it over and over again. So we brought Tybarn in to help. Yeah, let's get rid of these enemies. Annoying me. $62. Okay, we gotta get lucky, I guess. dodge 1. And he heals 8 per turn. Did I see that right? Yeah, because it's 10%, so we'll heal 8 per turn. Let's get this guy out of here. Hello. Did we deal... How much damage did we deal there? Why did that look like it dealt 27? Did we crit? Did... I'm so confused. We must have crit there or something. Barn, do it again, whatever you did. Heals 8. Okay, we're getting somewhere. You dodge, that's good. Oh, okay. Oh, whatever Tybarn did, we need him to do it again. Running out of heals slowly. Gotta start dodging Ike. There we go. Okay, okay, you hit us, sadly. Dodge, though, with Ike. Shoot. Oh, we did it. We crit again. Holy smokes. I was risking it there. I thought we were gonna die. I'm like, might as well, and then maybe Ike can do something at the end if we dodge and then hit twice in a row. Oh, okay, I did not think that was gonna be possible. Oh, it's done. We are done. That took way too long. You don't know how happy that makes me. Holy shit, please tell me I'm recording this. We're still good. Okay. Well, that is Path of Radiance randomized. Ike solo. We had to use Tybarn at the end. I hope you can understand that, because we couldn't wield Ragnall and it made it impossible. Holy shit. That's awesome. Just under 10 hours probably of gameplay after I save this. You know what, let's go through this screen. Let's do it. See how many, yeah, just over 10 hours of actual game time. Never mind all the resets that I had to go through. Okay, let's go through all of our units' growths. Not our growths. All of the units. By units, I mean all of their deaths, and then how many kills did Ike have? Reese fell Chapter 2, Soren, Oscar Boy, Shinon, Gotri, Jill, Mia, Marcia, Mist, Rolf, Soth, Titania, Muram, Ina. Your sacrifices were well worth it. 653 wins. Damn! That's a lot of wins. That's fun to look at. Nice. I like that. And that is it. That is how I beat Fire Emblem Path of Radiance, Ike Solo, randomized. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like and consider subscribing. Anyways, that's about it. That's all. That's everything. Thanks for watching. Peace.